Hello, YouTube fam. How y'all doing? It's your Uncle Tim. This is Uncle Tim Rants and Reviews, the channel where I rant and I review. I'm your host, Uncle Tim, fam. Um, I'm a religious person, and from time to time, I drop religious quotes and things like that. I have faith. I'm not a person that practice by going to church and things like that, but I have faith in a higher power. I'm not trying to push that off on you. I'm not trying to make you religious or faithful. But, when you see that, if it's not for you, let the other people have it in peace. It's not always okay just to tear every damn thing down. Once you tear it all down, there's shit left. There's nothing left to hold on to. If you keep tearing down everything, there's nothing left. I have faith because I have been through a lot of shit. I had my trials and tribulations and still have them. And with the grace of God, I have made it through them. Bro, I think a lot of people don't understand. Not everything is good. There's a lot of bad out here that happens to you and by you. And you know what? It's something that it helps shape you. I'm not saying that everything that happens to you is a good thing that was meant for this and that. Sometimes, bad things have to happen to get you out of a place. Sometimes shit gotta happen to move you, to get you away, to save you. And like I said, I've been there. I've been at the lowest depths. I hit rock bottom. I was there. Man, I was at one point crying. It was so bad, bro. That's the thing that people don't understand. We don't understand other people's testimonies because we can't see it. We don't understand it. But you know what? If you have the will and the mental fortitude to get yourself out and actually understands that God never gives you anything on your time. He does it on his when you ready for it. Just imagine if God gave you $5 million that you've been asking for your whole life. I want $5 million right now. Get it till you fuck it all up, hurt yourself, and hurt other people. A lot of people don't understand money. They think money is just money. And that's the thing that I've been talking about. Sometimes, we have to listen sometimes and stop reacting. We need to just listen first. Then, make a plan on what to do, man. Like I said, when things happen, I hear so many people getting everybody praise and everything like that. Dude, oh man, I praise myself because, I had the talent and I knew what to do, man. Did you really know what to do? Did you knew how this was going to play itself out? No. Bro, you know what? When I look at my collection, I look at everything that I have, a roof over my head, this stuff here is just extra. I'm happy with that. But the main things that I worry about is the roof over me and my wife's head, the utilities, the cars we drive, things paid. That's what people like me worry about. All this other stuff, like I said, is secondary. This is why I try to tell a lot of y'all get renter's insurance. Just in case something go on fire and you have pictures of your stuff, it ain't nothing nobody can tell you. You got to specify when you getting renter's insurance. What? You have, how much it's worth. Sometimes they would actually send a person to see how much the stuff you have is worth. And they go from there. The reason why I just bring that up, because a lot of us don't understand bad things happen to good people. And, that's just real life. Bad things happen to good people. Bad things just don't happen to bad people. We all have, those times when shit just goes so far left that, we are just sitting there thinking to ourselves, man, how did I get myself in this situation? One minute you could have a job making an arm and a leg. Next minute you got a job that's paying nothing. That's taking your arm and your legs. Because you're working hard as hell for this job and you're not making anything. And that's the thing that a lot of people don't understand. Just the love. And that's why I sit back sometimes and I say, I pray. I pray before I eat. I pray before I go to bed. I pray when I get up in the morning. I pray when I leave. I pray when I come back. Because it's a blessing to be able to come back. It's a blessing to be able to be here to talk to you. I remember I was telling y'all about the day that I almost got robbed, and people were like, oh man, you know what? You know, I can't believe you. I don't believe none of that. And, and I'm like, damn, just because I didn't fall apart and do all this, dude, I've been through shit. I experienced stuff. And this is why I'm saying you got to know and you got to pray. Because, like I said, at the end of the day, I didn't know what that person was going to do. That person was a giant. I'm a big guy. That guy was bigger. The ski mask it was hot. It wasn't cold. It wasn't cold as a lot of people think it was. I had a jacket on. This person had a ski mask on. And I'm telling you, this is why I'm telling you, people be on that no good. And this is why I say you got to look at everything, man. Tomorrow's not promised. Today ain't even promised. Just because you woke up this morning don't mean you don't make it through the rest of the day. Sometimes you just got to have faith, man. And, I'm not trying to push that on you. I'm just telling you that's what I have. That's what I believe in. And, man, I said just like this. You don't have to go to church and worship, the pastor or the priest or, the clergyman, worship the building. That ain't what you there for. You can have church in your own home. You open that book up and you read it. Not everything in the book, is meant for you to understand, at that particular point in time. At different points in times, things mean different things to you. That's just how it works. It's not me taking anything away from you. Or, whatever it is that you believe in or whatever you believe that happened. Dude, I believe in, that God, has, has something great in store for me. I believe he has something great in store for you. I'm just saying at the end of the day, man, it's just real. Just like somebody right there probably done lost their life. You never know. I'm just being honest. Or, in the process of going through something or needing surgery or going to jail or whatever. You never know. My point is, you err on the side of caution, man, and you just hope for the best. I pray for them each time. I say, man, God be with them. When we see people stranded on the side of the road, we say, God be with them. I know a lot of people would like to stop, but, in these day and times, you cannot stop anymore, man. It gets dangerous. And, my main thing is me and my family, man. I worry about that before I worry about anything. You got to make sure you stay grounded in reality, man. I want to help everybody, but it's not my job to save everybody. I could lead you to the trough. But, it got to be up to you to eat. Shit, you can lead the horse to water, but you can't make him drink it. Hell, you can get a dying man who's starving food. But hell, if he don't trust you, he won't eat it. So my point in all of this is, man, you make it make sense for yourself. Not everything is meant to make sense. See, to a lot of us, everything has to go in a box. It got to fit nice and neat. It got to be, structured and everything like that. Sometimes the truth doesn't make sense. Sometimes facts don't make sense, but that's reality. I once told somebody the truth and it sounded like the biggest lie I ever told. That's just how it works sometimes, fam. And I just want you to understand, when I say, sending positive vibes, in all directions, that's just me wishing you a blessed day. Me wanting you to have the best day that you can. You to be positive in that day. You be productive in that day. You be the best you that you can be in that day. That's what I want for you. That's what I want you to have. Yet instead, people ask me, I never see you unhappy. I never see look like you going through anything. You always smiling. I smile because I can. It's not my place to give you my problems, to tell you my problems, to let you know my woes. You didn't sign up for that. Sometimes we all need to vent. Sometimes we all, need to do some things, but man, it's just real. To blame, God for every bad thing that happened to you, or, like I said, bad things happen to good people. And, truly, there are monsters out there. But sometimes through pain, dude, there's release. When I say release, sometimes you released from a situation that was considered a prison for you. Sometimes when bad things happen, it makes people notice. And that's when the good starts to happen. Once the people notice. Nobody can do anything if they don't know what's going on. I always say that. I always tell people to speak up. No one can read your mind. But, like I said, thank you so much for watching. And again, thank you.